Again, if you see me do this or this, it means I'm checking my OBS. It crashed again and again. I don't know what's happening. Starting maybe, I'm going to be rebranding my second channel. Instead of woke or anti-woke detected, maybe Army Group G. It'll probably start with December or maybe Christmas. Now this is Chris Gore. He is now revealing some details for Avengers Doomsday. Well, not all of it, okay? Now, Gore explained to his viewers, along with his co-host Alan, he couldn't divulge certain piece of information from his source, but he can confirm what the rumors have been saying for a while. Avengers Doomsday trailer will debut in front of Avatar Fire and Ash. Now that movie will be coming out on December 19th. Sorry folks, if you see me do this because, again, OBS crashed. So December 19th, that is on Friday. Yes, Friday. He calls it not anything groundbreaking at all, and also not nearly finished. His source was surprised by the amount of footage Doctor Doom in action. This is another rumor that has been circulating. The Avengers Doomsday trailer will focus on Doctor Doom, the new villain played by former Tony Stark actor RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. Gore said his sources explained that Downey's version of the character is a classic universal monster, a tragic figure and a broken figure that Gore compared to Lon Chaney's Tina's portrayal of the title character in The Phantom of the Opera. He described Dr. Doom's armor, which is necessary to support Doom's broken body, and as a contrast to Iron Man's armor, which augments him, but it's not needed to keep him alive. Alan suggests that it sounded like Darth Vader, whose armor held breathing aids that allow him to live, and Gore agreed with the analogy. So if it's gonna be like Darth Vader, then wouldn't that make Spider-Man like Luke? I'd be interested to see. Because of this faithfulness to the source material, I'm just making sure it's hard enough to record separately at this point. Because of this faithfulness, we're trying this again, I'm so sorry. According to Chris Gore, that demonstrated in the Doomsday trailer, Avengers Doomsday trailer, because of this faithfulness to the source material, Gore predicts that Marvel fans will be excited. Finally, he predicts plenty of reshoots with Doomsday being worked right up until the end, meaning until its release next December. Well, that's interesting. Now, the notion of Dr. Doom would focus on the Avengers Doomsday is unsurprising. He's a brand new villain for the MCU, which of course it's the MCU because don't forget, before this, the Fantastic Four wasn't a part of the MCU yet. It was a different universe. Now, it's coming. He's a brand new villain. He's a brand new villain for the MCU, with his only previous appearance being the glimpse, or in this case, a little bit of glimpse from behind in the mid-credit scene of Fantastic Four: The First Step. Sorry, I fumbled the word a bit. This is similar to previous Avengers films, particularly Age of Ultron and Avengers Infinity War, in which the bad guy was unknown quantity that had to be sold to the audience. As such, the trailers for those movies revolve around Ultron and Thanos respectively. That goes double for Doomsday, whose antagonist is being played by Robert Downey Jr., someone the audience known as Iron Man, the hero who started the MCU. Accepting him as the villain in an Avengers movie is a big ask, so the audience has to be sold on the idea early. The irony, of course, is that the casting of Downey as Doom is clearly intended to draw a dwindling audience back to Marvel. They're acknowledging that it's a double-edged sword. They need to protect themselves from its swing as best they can. Well, to be honest, they suck. Look, ever since Captain Marvel and all that sorts, it's been a mess. Yeah, it's been a mess. Girl boss, virtue signaling, it's all over the place. Releasing the trailer in front of Avatar Fire and Ash seems like a calculated move as well. With the audience soaring on the MCU, they need to be guaranteed that the people see the new trailer, and the previous two Avatar movies made over $2 billion each. It's a safe bet that Fire and Ash will do extremely well, even if it earns less than its predecessor. It is also clear from Chris Gore's report that Marvel understand that they need to sell jaded moviegoers on Doomsday, which is why the trailer is taking so long to finalize, and they're not bothering with a teaser, at least theoretical. Sorry, fumbled the words again. They need to appeal to the public is why, or in this case, that need to appeal to the public is why they're invoking cultural touchstones like the Universal monsters, characters who have remained relevant almost a century, some even longer if you count the literal roots. Marvel's Last Hope is one of their greatest, or in this case, one of its greatest villain, and they're doing everything they can to make the audience root for the bad guys. This is probably the third take. OBS crashed every single time. I have no idea what happened. Now, for the record, again, many people, there's been a lot of mistakes. The Marvel. Yes, the Marvel movie. I think Hawkeye still do good. I could be wrong on that one. I heard the Thunderbolt was flop because if it were successful, they wouldn't have put Yelena Belova in Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man Brand New Days. Yes, it's been confirmed that Yelena Belova is in Spider-Man Brand New Days. And what else is flop? Oh yeah, Multiverse of Madness, flop as well. I can list many examples. In my opinion, I think Kevin Feige must have seen the writing on the wall. They knew they're trying to go back, or in this case, they've seen how many money they lost. Okay, this is just a theory and all this, but maybe they've seen Concord, or Kevin Feige must have heard Concord, this is a video game, that lost $400 million. And they knew if they do the same thing, or in this case, they promote the girl boss or virtue signaling or anything, then they'll lose money. Which I think how many money did the Marvels or even Multiverse of Madness or even Eco have lost? Kevin Feige must have been woken up on the realization that why are we losing money? Or maybe they are seeing Superman doing better than them. This is just a theory, folks. The whole Concord reference, that's just a theory. I mean, it could be anything. Competition. Don't forget, there's still the DC comics, okay? I'm gonna guess that Kevin Feige seen that the DC, or in this case, James Gunn DC, is doing much better than them. Why are people liking them better than us? That's what Kevin Feige would think. So that is my theory. Maybe because they knew that DC, or in this case Warner Bros, is going to overtake them, so they have to crank it up. They have to stop doing this virtue signaling, and most importantly, getting the OG fans back, which it is going to be a huge undertake. Also, we don't know the budget for this movie though, because if they don't make their money back, remember, in my opinion, Kevin Feige, or in this case the MCU, has one chance. They miss, it's done. Kaput, finito. So Kevin Feige, remember, you have one chance. Just one. You miss it, it's done for you. Kaput.
The main entrance is clear. I'm going in.